thousands of us that came in and done with us. Where did they come from?
I'm sorry, do you have actual paper?
Me?
Who?
Yeah.
D&D, motherfucker.
All right. Hey, I'm not gonna...
Lost my pencil, so... Fuck there.
Teeter, what do you high end on?
Marijuana.
Okay. I'll take less marijuana. I'm gonna probably slap one into cool.
I want to be tougher.
Okay. You have a 1 in tough. Congratulations to you
That's
both
exactly what I didn't put money in tough.
on hitting level 3.
Hey, can we kill less dogs this time around, please?
Yeah,
you
so-
killed the dog.
Yeah, that's where we left off. It was Shell
They gotta name this dog.
made a decision, and
Yipe!
Shell's feeling a little suicidal right now.
okay, so we left off. Shell had just murdered a dog, and things were going very poorly because as the dome around them dropped, they saw General AOC standing in front of them, and she, with a large contingent of people behind her, screamed, and as she does, Shell and Teeter notice a bat-like shape soar overhead, and it approaches where General AOC is standing. And as it lands, it changes shape into a cheetah, and it leaps at AOC. And it takes her down, and as it does, the mob behind her stops. Everything goes quiet for just a moment, and you hear AOC let out a scream, and then she and the other shape both rise off of the ground, having both sprouted wings, and they fly away fighting. The Antifa army
That's some
starts-
fucked up shit right there. We can agree on that.
as the two of them take off into the air. The Antifa army seems to start regaining consciousness. And the ones in front that are closest to you start yelling and running in your direction.
Throw your dog at him.
No, I love my dog more than anything right now.
I think I'm just gonna pass the fuck out.
You hear,
You girls jump on our backsides and get ready for a wild ride. Let's go, you silly bitches.
I immediately run for Pence's mini bike. I'm getting on that one. It's safer. Get me on that fucking bike. And I grab the dog.
He turned against our president.
Do we know that yet?
We don't have time for this. Get on my bike with your stupid dog.
I get on Graham's bike.
I'm getting on Pence's bike, but I do look at him suspiciously as I slowly bring my dog on the back of his bike.
Get your hands around his neck just in case. No come for me either.
Shell and
I don't
Cooter
think we're in control anymore.
ride on the scooters with two people who identify themselves as White Hat 52394 and 64537. They
I
drive
don't think I can remember any of the numbers.
not too far. It takes a few minutes because there's so much debris in the roads and things are really messed up. But less than 10 minutes later, they arrive at what appears to be just a rundown bodega. They walk through some broken front doors. They lead you two back there, through the back of the store, into a hallway, eventually into what is a very brightly lit and well-maintained room. The only thing in it is a giant bed in the center of the room with an oversized lube dispenser with attached hose built into the headboard. The room also has wall hooks adorned with every sex toy imaginable, and the first gentleman you met says,
We know who you cuties are, and we're here to help.
Wait, you said
I'm getting there, you silly bitch. Just hold on.
don't call me a silly bitch. Bitch.
So
We're here to help. But everything comes with a cost.
Hmm.
okay, first off, how are you going to help? What are you helping us with? We know little to nothing right now.
you have a 3 sharp, and Shell rolls a 7, which is a 10. Ladybugs says to you that he will tell you everything he knows about what's happened in the last 24 hours, but what he requires of the two of you is that they would like to double team Cooter while Shell wears a strap on and uses the lube hose on all 3 of them.
Hey, Teeter, can I talk to you for a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
I just murdered a fucking dog. I'm not really in the mood to be screwed with right now. However, this is your vacation too, and I understand we're a team. But I'm slowly going psychotic and I'm a crackhead. I just murdered a dog. What are you thinking?
You want me to fuck the other dog?
The robotic one jumps in and says that he is interested also in fucking the dog.
I mean, it's your dog.
I slowly push the dog behind me just to protect it, and I just stare at Pence, and then I whisper to Teeter, "He's gonna be the first one if we have to." And I give like a wink.
All right. If I'm doing this, I kind of want the lube. So, but it's your vacation.
I want to murder all of them. I just want to start.
All right.
There's hooks up there.
Can we speak in private?
Yeah,
That
the
came
two
off
of
as though
you,
we practiced it.
I know.
the room is just big enough that if you stand close to the door, you can whisper to each other without them overhearing. So that's what you're doing.
All right. So I lean over and I whisper softly in Shell's ear.
Mhm.
Hey, so I really haven't done any weird stuff. I have like some magic ability. I'm like out of a 5, I'm like 2.
Okay. I'm in.
I don't know what they are yet, so I have to kind of like look them up, which is cool because I have all these library skills. And right now I'm looking on the Google Drive. So give me a second.
A Google Drive? Is that like Q's? Is that part of Q's?
Just shut the fuck up and let me do it.
I haven't just went crazy and attacked anybody, and I just murdered a dog, and now these people are trying to proposition us into a corner. I am ready to hurt somebody. I'm itching. Shell
You
is,
want to do? We
is a
got to
lady-
get the
is a-
information. Like that's the problem.
the robot. Get it from the robot. I mean,
I'm not a hacker, man. Like fucking
All
think I'm
one
like
we have to do
Wesley
is-
on Star Trek.
we focus on one, which clearly is Ladybugs. We take him out, and then we stare at Pence and say, "You're next." We keep asking him the question. We just keep hurting ladybugs more and more and more. And we stare him dead in
I
the
got an
eye.
idea. How about we both pretend like we're going down and then just like chomp?
You chomp.
You get the robot.
You get the robot. Okay, but only if we both look at each other and then wink at the same time. Okay, yeah, and then high five.
Well, that'll be the signal to go.
Yeah. Okay, that's perfect.
I have one tough plus martial arts training. I hope that includes mouth sex. Yeah. So, guys, we want the information. Give us half now. We'll go down on you. We'll get things going, and then you give us the other half when we're done. We got to know you're on board with us.
You ain't getting shit.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves. We get what we want first.
I look at Shell and I say Plan B, or Teeter, and I say Plan B.
I wink at Shell.
Get him.
Yeah, I aim at the robot.
Same
Okay.
here.
Ooh,
You got a
Yikes.
I
4.
tripped.
So, Teeter goes to raise his gun, and all he manages to do is to take out one of the overhead lights as the gun goes off as he trips and falls. Shell, you're doing the same?
As I'm going to kill the robot, I stare at ladybugs in the whites of the eyes and just mouth the words, "You did this."
And you got a 7. So, you fire off the shot as you're looking at a person who you're assuming to be Lady G, and you mouth that this was because of you as you
You
shoot.
did this.
You did this as you shoot the robotic one in the stomach, and he doubles over and falls to the ground. He's
Goddamn
now
right.
just a foot or two away from Teeter. They're both laying
Okay.
Should have
prone,
aimed for the head.
kind of same place. Lady G lunges at Shell and tries to bite her. He grabs you, and he is kind of ragdolled off of you, but his teeth are wrapped around Shell's forearm. And she does take 1 hit of damage for that, although it's you're all right.
Well, I am going to do what any good Southern gentleman raised in a proper home with color TV and some cable access would do. I am going to perform my best WWE maneuvers on the robot one to try to break its neck and or put it to sleep.
And you get an 8. So you start with, you push yourself up just far enough to drop an elbow, and as you do so on the side of his head, he goes limp. There's nothing left there.
Did you have to use that word?
Yes, because he was erect after your mouth comment earlier. So he goes limp in every sense of the word. But that's not enough for Teeter. And so he stands up and digs the heel of his boot into the gunshot wound on his stomach and slips far enough through that he feels the robot's spine crack under his boot. So Teeter
Fatality.
is now ankle deep in a dead man. And Shell, you are standing there with Lady G stuck to your arm, biting through your forearm. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Clearly, you're dripping wet at this point.
Oh my god, just slug trail. Do I have any piss left on?
You
And,
do
knowing that this is
have
gonna fail.
half a bottle of piss, to answer your question.
I take the bottle of piss and I smash it into his face.
And you get a 9.
Oh,
So
The dice
Shell
gods have blessed us today.
takes the very last of the half-filled Gatorade bottle full of piss and smashes it against the side of Lady G's face. Lady G comes inside of his pants and passes out on the floor.
All right. We need to tie him up now. Do we have anything beside?
But you do have a rope from, I believe, episode 1.
What what can you do with rope? Nothing.
Right.
So let's tie him up with the rope that we'll never need for anything else, right?
Yeah.
And tie him to the wall, spread eagle, because that's funnier than handcuffs too.
Is there any peanut butter in the room? Because we have a dog.
No, don't do that to the dog. This guy has ladybugs.
That's true.
So,
We're gonna
Ooh.
find out.
a few
Yeah, I
minutes
was gonna
later,
say-
Ladybugs
wait-
with cum?
Hold on. I got a lighter. Right here you go. There you go. I hand you a lighter. One by one, we'll take care of those ladybugs, and we'll get that information.
Lady G kind of wakes up and realizes that he is hung from the wall, that you guys
With
have tied him
care.
up in the rope. Yep. And he suggests that it is just kinky enough for him and wants to know what your next move is.
Well, I already have my battle plan. Unless Teeter, again, I am still very angry and willing to take
I
heads.
tell you what. I'll let you do whatever you want to him, as long as we get the information, and I get to fuck you later.
Deal. Unequivocally, yes.
All right, cool.
And you get to choose the hole. All right, so let's.
That was gonna happen anyway.
Lady
I'm pretty
G
sure it was.
looks down and notices the robot and screams and faints again.
All right, so take the lighter over to Lady G, and I just start popping ladybugs. Oh, this is fantastic. There's another one. I start humming "Oh Say Can You See," and just slowly making my way towards ladybugs. Yeah, I know. As soon as the words came out of my mouth, I'm like, "Well, that's getting
Wait,
edited."
Jose Canseco song?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And I'm humming it, and it's the lights dim as I walk towards, and I just light a cigarette, like one of my quarter cigarettes, and I go, "Are you ready to die for your country?" And just slowly get close to the ladybugs. I start putting out what's left of my cigarette on the little ladybugs on his genitals, one by one, and I say, "What do you have planned for us?"
After the first one, Lady G comes to and says, fine, I'll tell you whatever you want. Now, the question that you asked was, what's going on here? It was the most
Right.
general question there. So, what he says to you is,
On January 6th, 2021, thousands of patriots gathered for the true President Trump's speech. The march to the Capitol began at 12:30. It was 45 minutes later when a flash went through the sky and seemed to immediately disrupt major parts of D.C. and some surrounding areas. Communication systems went down, and everything electrical seemed useless. Many people were knocked out or killed, but the remaining patriots stormed the Capitol building, where one of their bombs took out a gas line and destroyed everything in the immediate vicinity. The electrical systems controlling the gas lines and safety systems also fell apart, and the gas lines blew back on more of the city. What wasn't taken out directly ended up under attack by other Q contingents. Q and Antifa set in motion their sleeper cells, and large numbers of both converged on the city in the late afternoon, while fighting commenced everywhere with no complete leadership on either side. Communication systems never fully recovered, and the rioting and fighting continued. Things devolved even further without direction. Shell and Teeter are among very few people who were knocked out by the blast, but absorbed some of the residue instead. As for the flash itself, backstage, as his speech ended, President Trump was handed a sealed envelope. He opened it and read it aloud. The incantation he recited was a message from Q. President Trump had spoken aloud the words that proved to help start a biblical apocalypse. Trump had begun his ascension to accept the role of God. But for this to be fully realized, the 7 keys needed to be found and combined in Trump's hands.
Well, I know 2 things. I love Trump. Yeah.
Yep,
Say it.
Yep. I love Trump. Yep.
Say it like more clearly.
I love Trump.
But I love money more. And I think we're sitting on a lot of money.
If I had a beard,
He
I'd
has a
serve
lot
it.
of money, and we got some keys.
This is brilliant, Teeter. See, again, I knew you were the thinker in the group, and I
Yeah.
see what you're doing, and I see nothing wrong with this. Hold that thought for 1 second.
Yeah.
Hey, hold up. Hey, ladybugs, and then I pulled out that huge like 80s hair clip. See you next time, and I clamp it on his neck and I rip out his throat.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's a 6. There is blood on his neck, and he's obviously in a great amount of pain. But he suggests that next time you do that, you do it to his penis.
Hey, it'll be really fun is if we just keep doing that, but keep saying the same line over and over again until he dies. I think we really enjoy this. All right. See you next time.
This time you get an 8. It doesn't kill him, but he's now gurgling. Like, you can tell that if you don't do anything else, it's going to take a little bit of time, but he's on his way.
Hey, Teeter,
Yeah.
you love these clips. Would you like to take a try at this?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I toss it like an
I'm gonna-
action movie.
And so you're trying the same move, Peter?
For the eye, though, like, I'm kind of weird like that.
And Teeter hits himself in the eye, and he takes 1 point of damage.
I knew better.
This is the water fountain all over again, and I'm loving every second of it. I'm gonna walk away
Yeah.
and then flick the cigarette, and an explosion's gonna happen for no reason at all. Yeah, like that.
You got to say your line again, though.
Oh, see you next time.
We just wander off.
Back out to the front of the building, and you have escaped. The fire is behind you. You have brand new information. What would you like to do next?
Take their scooters.
Yeah, absolutely.
The scooters are there. Where would you like to take the scooters? The next place that you were supposed to head was the Navy train station. Navy Memorial train station.
And I love nothing more than a good train. So let's
Shell, you want to pull a train?
let's do this.
I say we get as many of these keys as we can, so we can sell them for the highest amount. It's like on eBay. If you got all the Power Rangers,
Yep.
it's totally worth more money than if you just have like the pink Power Ranger. Nobody wants just the pink Power Ranger. She only exists to complete the set.
Right.
So we got to get all the keys, and then we sell them to Donald.
Teeter, can I ask you a question?
Mr. Trump. Yeah.
Is this what crypto is?
It's a lot like crypto, yeah.
Okay.
It's just there's no computers involved with this
Gotcha.
because those are at the library.
What's a library?
You're. I'm gonna back off from that.
All right, let's roll. Actually, would this be more appropriate if I rode behind you? Like you rode the scooter and I grabbed your hips? Or should we just take
We
two
got
separate
2 scooters.
All right, let's 2 scooter it. Let's do this.
Yeah, we might need one if the other breaks down or something.
It's true. One's a weapon. Yeah.
I'm
and I
getting
said
behind you.
My dog is with me. Yeah.
So you're able to retrace the... Yep.
What's the name of the dog?
Yeah.
Can we name that dog?
You haven't yet.
And like Freedom or something. Patriot. Come here, Patriot.
I was thinking something more along the line as Don Jr.
Alex Jones.
No.
Rogan. We could name it Rogan.
Rogan. That's the dog's name. Rogan.
Rogan. Oh my
Okay.
god. It's such a good Rogan, and the tail wags and it exposes its belly.
It's like the dumbest looking yet you don't mind it puppy.
You just want to hug it all the time.
It drools, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Cleans up nice occasionally.
Occasionally.
So Shell, Teeter, and
Rogan.
Rogan get down to the scooters, and you're able to retrace your steps where they brought you in the first place, and you drive all the way back up Pennsylvania Avenue, and as you approach the front doors of the train station, you see 3 Antifas jump out from behind a barrier, and they raise their guns and ready them as you approach.
Whoa! We just killed the vice president and ladybugs. Like, you got to let us go.
Yeah. We're not on Antifa's side. How can we say this?
Well, no, we don't lie to them. We tell them, hey, we just killed the vice president.
Yeah. Or robot.
You get an 8 there, so
got
10.
Ooh.
One of them yells, "What?" And the other 2 begin to pull their triggers.
Hey, guess what we have and they don't?
A puppy.
Scooters? Well, that too. I'm not going to throw the puppy at him.
Well,
Has a history.
You had scooters.
You
uh,
dick. God
because-
damn, that was good.
uh,
You have a history.
You do.
True.
Part of you now.
the
That's
2
our t-shirt for the
Antifas
channel is you just chucking a puppy. Sorry.
who didn't hear or understand what happened both fired their guns. One
Fuckers.
went just wide of Teeter. The other took out Shell's front tire. And she
Oh no.
and Rogan flip over and hit the ground. Although Rogan does land on top of Shell, so he's okay. But
Sounds about right.
Shell does take...
As she's going down, I yell, that's why we got both scooters.
You are still moving forward as this shot has just gone wide of you.
I'm going to aim for the fuckers that shot at Shell.
Yeah.
Just drive my scooter right up their assholes.
With your 1 tough, add that to a
Keep
3.
in mind, I'm a oh.
Teeter hits a
Sorry.
rock, and his scooter falls over sideways, and he is no longer on the scooter.
I'm gonna shoot. Yeah, because remember, we got a lot of like cocaine and methamphetamines on us right now, so we have not used any of that either. I'm gonna shoot.
0, you get a 5, you shoot, but it misses everybody. The closest person it gets to, though, is the guy who had already dropped his gun, but is now fully committed to attacking you. There are 3 people now shooting at the 2 of you laying on the ground. You have both been shot. The 3rd shot went over Teeter's head and caught the battery pack of his scooter and causes his scooter to explode.
Scooty. I'm going to try to get some Guardian shit helping out here. Like, they took out my fucking ride.
You got a 9, 10, 11. You concentrate very hard. And Teeter's vision kind of starts to dim. And
Oh.
you seem to lose control of your faculties. But
I get a bottle.
Typical Friday night.
you feel your body standing up, and you feel yourself aiming your weapon, and as you do, you hear a voice whisper to you, "Don't do that again." And you feel your finger squeeze the trigger, and 2 of the Antifas fall to the ground immediately. Now
He's doing
Teeter
that
is
again.
standing
What
there,
was that?
and he is back in control of his body.
I'm just staring at Teeter, just like
You got to be dehydrated from all the pussy dripping you're doing.
I am like, I have no idea. Yes. I mean, at this point, I'm trying to get it together. What I just I'm trying to comprehend what I just saw.
Mhm.
To be completely honest, that was just goddamn amazing. First off, his scooter exploded, and then he just John Wayne two of them. Oh yeah, and then I'm just gonna try to take out the third. I mean, yeah.
You got a 7, clip the guy in the shoulder, and he falls over.
I'm gonna go disarm him. I want him alive.
Okay, so we're gonna
Shell,
roll.
while I do this, your next turn, get everything off those dead bodies.
You know I'm good for that. I am support.
They might have cigarettes.
Tiny cigarettes, yes. Actually,
So-
since you said that, I'm now scouring the ground for cigarettes while he's making the final death blow.
I'm looking at her top whenever I can, just trying
Yep,
to get a peek at
Oh,
them
I know,
titties.
I know. And it's I do the shirt stretch thing just to kind of, I'm delivering.
Teeter walks over
Supper hangs.
to the guy on the ground, and as he looks up to steal a glance at Shell's almost non-existent cleavage, he trips and falls and lands one more elbow, this time to the guy's throat, and he is killed immediately. But
Shit happens. I got
As you
a
scavenge.
bumper sticker says that.
all 3 Antifas had a pistol. There are also 2 sticks of gum, $7, and half a pack of American spirits.
Yeah, well,
not
I
even
say
worried
we
about the
take
pistol.
this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We just take a pistol each, get the bullets out of the other one. We don't want to carry all that weight.
Right.
I'm thinking we should also come up and fix our health stuff here.
Yeah, it's about time we kind of use some of this cocaine that we
Oh.
have. Yeah, we have so
Little-
much of it.
Come on our gums, as they say, as
Yeah,
the kids are talking
nobody-
about these days.
Literally nobody says that, but yes, I agree with him.
Come on the gums.
The,
I would like to, ingest some cum.
Teeter does that and falls over, passed out, with a smile on his face.
I might as well, rub some of my gums as well.
You are now both
Taste.
passed out. Your bodies have healed. A few moments have passed. And as you come to, you realize that everything around you is quiet, and the front doors to the train station lie ahead of you.
Let's get that fucking key.
And I swear to God, if I have to murder a dog to get that key, I am. If we thought this was bad this time around, it's gonna get real dark soon.
You ain't never gonna have to murder a dog again. Well, as long as I'm with you,
Thank you, Teeter.
I'll murder it.
And then we have a moment, and then "Proud to be an American" is playing in the background. Proud to
I
be.
kind of
an
reach
American.
up under her shorts to go with my fingers while we're hugging, and I try to get a finger into her coochie stank.
Yep. Yeah.
And whatever I could touch, really, just under the shorts and up.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. I
my
don't even
big
notice
fat
it.
sausage fingers that
I
are
am-
clearly dirty.
Literally a walking callus, so I feel nothing. It is. I'm so dead inside.
Just squeeze that little tiny ham you got for a butt.
What was
Take your temperature while I'm there.
the Nziz Ansari move, the claw? And if nobody gets that reference, that's probably for the best. All right, let's charge the front doors.
Wait, do you want to fly a drone in?
Yes,
Yeah,
more
you
than
do.
anything.
Yeah, you do. Fuck
Yes.
yeah.
All right. Buzz, throw out my drone. Do I have to roll anything? Yes, I do.
And you get a 5. The drone goes through the front doors, but it one of the rotors kind of hits the inside frame, and it goes kind of sideways. And the only thing you can make out as it falls to its side, inside the door, is a large figure moving just inside those front doors.
Guns out.
Yep. I mean, guns out. I'm gonna take all the pistols that we have on us, and I'm gonna stack them together and put my fingers.
You ever play Donkey Kong? It's like you go and you jump over stuff and you climb up these ladders, and
Yes.
like that's one of my favorite video games.
Yeah. Yep.
So you are walking through the front door.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
I say yeah.
So you walk through the front door, and what you see is a very large person. You can't really tell much more than that. This human being is about 6'5" and 280 pounds of what appears to be pure muscle. They're holding a large chain and a Crocodile Dundee knife.
Are they white or black?
White.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Just got done eating community guideline strike.
I'm sorry. Both our guns are out pointed at him. I say we talk to him. We demand answers.
All right, just ask him. Yeah.
Yeah. Who are you? What are you doing here? We got guns.
After hearing what you say, this figure turns around,
No, this is a bad idea.
screams to the point where it starts to shake the building around you, and then charges, swinging its chain and slashing with its knife.
Shooting immediately. Just start pulling the trigger,
Alright.
like both
Teeter.
barrels, whatever I got in this shotgun. If it's a bullpup, I'm firing everything in it.
With the shotgun, Teeter is one tough. Gets
Are
a
you
10.
Patriot? Oh my god.
Teeter fires the shotgun, and it takes out one of the knees of this charging figure, and they fall over and start skidding across the floor, coming directly at Shell, whose turn
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, I gotta support my partner. I probably would have went about this a different way, but I look at Rogan, the dog, and I go, you know what's wrong with this guy? And I go, his life's rough. And then I pull the trigger while making eye contact with the dog, but I'm shooting whatever this mess is behind me or in front of me.
Shell's
God
So-
damn it.
0 tough is added to a 4.
Look at where you're shooting, you dumb cunt.
So, two things happen simultaneously. The figure on the floor yells, "Did you just assume my gender?" And Rogan looks very disappointed in Shell. The person on the floor stops skidding and starts to push itself up while trying to wrap the chain around Shell's legs.
I'm going to shoot at the other leg while saying, let her knee.
I'll accept it. That's good.
I'm not good at puns. Kind of stupid.
But it turns out you're a great shot with a shotgun, so
Unbelievable.
So, I raise my shotgun, and I point at the other knee that is not currently bleeding, pull the trigger, and in slow motion for everybody in the room, including the bastard whose knee is about to be evaporated, it's as though time slows down to just watch the slug leave the barrel for the sabot to split into the air around it, and it just to smash into the knee, and it looks like a fatality from Mortal Kombat, the X-ray view of shit just like turning into dust, and then you see it spray on the wall behind it. He falls back and hits his head so goddamn hard, we get a headache from hearing it thump on the ground, and he's unconscious as fuck.
they
And then I eat a McRib.
are just conscious enough to say, "Stop assuming my jet." They hit the floor.
Do I have a knife or anything sharp on me?
They do.
Ooh, good. I like you're a detail person and I'm an action person, and that's why we get along so well, Shell. And I could work with you all day, like forever. Like I say we partner up and whatever we do in life, man, it's just us
Really
two.
should be more insurrections. I mean, if you think about it,
It brings people together.
it really does. Having a
It
lot of
does.
fun here.
Insurrections are good for America and our communities.
Absolutely.
I take the knife that he was carrying, and I say, "This is a knife," because you have to when you pick up a knife that
You
big.
absolutely have to. Hey,
By
I
law.
get that reference, Teeter. You like that movie? I love that movie. They made
I
a
love
sequel.
it, and I know. And then I take the knife and I.
Did you really have to go there?
Well, I think we know our
Yes.
biggest two most obvious cuts of this episode. That makes it easy.
That's not a cut. My character is a fucking southern piece of shit. But okay, whatever.
I don't think anybody's gonna argue that.
So I take the knife, and Shell, do you think there's any information? Should we try to get information? Should we do a I don't know,
No, I don't.
any sort of looking? Is this person? I think they're just a thug protecting
Yeah.
something.
I was gonna say they're a thug protecting something, but let's check the pockets. I mean, do you know anything about this building that we're in? I mean, you seem to be the one that's more. What was it called? A Labian? A Labian library?
No, this is a train station.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's close. It's close.
this is where people pull trains.
This person has just the chain and the knife, but as you move over them to check, Shell notices a faint glow from her pocket.
Let's dig for it.
She digs in and finds that the first two keys are glowing ever so softly.
So, just
Does
the
he
first
have it in him?
Do we have to gut? Do you think we have to gut this monster? I mean, we do have a large knife. I'm not above that. I've done worse for less. But do we see any locks? Or if I start walking in a certain direction, does it glow more or less, like, hot, cold?
Oh,
As you
that's good thinking.
approach-
Hot cold. I love that game.
The archway behind where this person is laying, you notice the archway begin to glow as well.
Okay. So, Teeter, two things. One, the archway is glowing more the closer we walk to it with these keys. But that still doesn't mean there's not a key inside that monster person. Here's the knife, got away, just to be sure. We don't want to leave any stone unturned. Got that person. Now go. Go. Go.
Oh,
got them.
yes,
Got them.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I've already stepped in a vice president's guts today. This is nothing.
It's a good point. It's a very valid point, sir.
I still have some vice president on my fucking cat work boots.
Josh just rolled a 5.
Teeter got a 5 with his 1 as a 6.
I mean,
Nope.
he's unconscious.
No
Teeter
weird.
Maybe I
makes
just get a
no weird
cut.
speed.
a very big mess all over the floor and accomplishes absolutely nothing else.
But at least we're thorough.
Story of my life. Story of my life. Mom, there's cum all over the place.
The raccoons got in again.
Dude, for no reason. I just savagely got a person. Just go to the archway. Just go.
As you approach the
No,
archway,
I'll do whatever you tell me to, Shell.
I didn't even mean.
the flasks and the archway both flare up, and the hallway beyond the archway seems to slide away. And the wall continues to appear to slide until there is, very much like the last two, a stairway leading down.
Can I toss a drone down there? It's the one thing I do well. And by well, I mean we get minimal information out of at best.
So you pick up the drone from inside the doorway where you crashed it 5 minutes ago.
Can you get one fucking good roll this game?
No.
And
It's
on your 3, you get a 9. So you send the drone down, and what you see on the video is exactly the same thing you saw in the last 2 places. There is a room at the bottom of the stairs with a podium in the center, 2 candles set on the wall on either side of it, and what appears to be a flask on the pedestal.
all right. Well, I'm gonna scurry down like a kid in a candy store because if what's down there, I think's down there, the stuff that we got more of. So
More come?
I'm giggling. I'm like giggling like a little schoolgirl. Come on,
Remember,
Rogan,
the
come
first
on.
one was piss.
Right. But when we
Pi-
rub it on
wait,
our
wait.
gums, we get like super like stoked.
Yeah, but not piss. Like, this could be more piss.
Could be more piss. But you know
Let's
what?
go. Let's go look at it.
Yep.
So you make your way.
100% of all goals you don't take.
It could be full of popcorn jelly bellies.
You make your way downstairs.
Yes.
Trailer Park Gold.
You see the flask. You pick it up. You notice under the flask that there is an etched picture of the White House, but it is embossed in the color red. As you notice this, the door at the top of the stairs slams shut and the candles blow out. It is
Why
complete
the
silence
fuck didn't your drone see this?
I got a light.
until a faint glow separates itself from Hammer and says,
Shut the fuck up.
Who said that?